Hey guys, so today we are on day 5 of the 5 C's of creating consistent income in your business, and I'm so excited to get into this with you. So, by now, you have created your products, so you know what your active income products is, so what you can start doing right now to start making money. Maybe it's a service based business, maybe it's selling things online, but that's things that you're going to turn around and sell ASAP. And they kind of mean that you have to be there working in your business for you to make that income. You've also mapped out what your passive income products are. So, although passive income products take a lot more time to set up at the beginning, the payoff lasts for a lot longer as long as you can get the traffic and the right customers to your sales page. So, you've done that. You're super clear on how you're actually going to position your product and how you're going to get it in front of the right people. You've created your central hub. So you're not just trying to grow your business on Instagram. You're not hopefully taking orders off of Instagram. That sounds very time consuming and overwhelming. You actually have a website or even just a great landing page where people are able to read more about you, learn more about your products and your services, and essentially get your central hub working in your favor. You get it working around the clock for you. You get your automation set up. I know I told you about a few different automations that you can use to get started. And then also you're putting a big focus on your community. So you're putting a big focus on the people who are going to help you take your business idea into a real business. So you've got to have a focus on who you're actually helping. You have to know who your target avatar is, who your perfect ideal client is, and you need to make sure that you're already servicing them through amazing content or inspiration or education, whatever it is. And once you've built that trust with them, you've built that community. So maybe it's on your email list or a Facebook group or even your Instagram following. Once you built that community, then you know you have a group of people who are there, who are ready to scoop up your products as soon as you're ready to launch them. So let's do this. Let's actually map out your first 10K month. And I don't know how much money you're making right now in your business. Maybe you've only made a few sales and you don't know how to make it more consistent. Or maybe you're consistently able to meet your rent, so you're doing $2,000 or $3,000 every month. And so you might think that 10K is a huge stretch. But believe me, if you are able to prioritize your time, like I said before, focusing on the things that really make an impact instead of spreading yourself too thin, trying to do everything at once. If you can do that, and then also on top of it, get your automations and your systems working for you, a 10K month is so doable. I honestly believe that you can work your way to a 10K month from wherever you are right now within a couple of months. I did it myself in my own business. And, when I started my business, I didn't really know much about the online business world. I had never really sold too much online. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was able to figure it out. And through this training too, I've given you some of my best tips and the actual tools that I use. So I know that it is so possible for you as long as you have a big focus on your community. You truly care about helping them, and you provide a service or products that really help them and can transform their life. If you do that, you totally got this, girl. So get rid of that self-doubt, get rid of the mindset issues or the money issues. Like, if anyone else can do it, if you can see someone else being successful, that is proof right there that you can be it too, because they have the same skills as you. They were just different in the way that they put the work in, but you can put the work in too, and you can make it happen. So if you haven't already grabbed your workbook, grab your workbook, because this is definitely something that you're going to want to be writing down. So hit pause on this video if you want, download your workbook below. And if you have any friends or family members in your life that you know are wanting to start their own business, want to have an online business, or want to be able to, quit that job that they hate and actually be able to work from their laptops, travel, do work that they love and they're passionate about, make sure you're sharing this with them, because you never know if somebody really does want to quit their job and, start a new life, and they just don't really know where to start. And I know that when I was first starting out, if I had access to a training like this would have saved me months on trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, trying to figure out how am I even going to turn this into a business. So hit the tweet button, hit the Facebook button. You never know who on your list might see this training and say, oh my God, this is helping me so much. And at the end of the day, we're all empowering women to live their most independent lives, create businesses out of their passions, and monetize the thing that they actually want to do. So the more people that you guys share this training with, the more I can bring you more amazing content and more training. Because at the end of the day, the main thing that I want is to see all of you be successful, all of you be able to live lives that you're passionate about. And I really don't believe that anybody should have to work in a job that they hate or do something that they're not living up to their potential. It can be so soul sucking. I've been there working in retail. It can be so soul sucking when you're just folding your thousandth sweater and you're just like, I don't want to be here anymore and I don't know how to get out of it. So if you know anybody who you think could really benefit from this training, definitely share it with them. Let them know about it. They can head to yessupply.co/5C. And also, when you share it out, you can get your extra workbook that's going to help you work through all of these trainings, get your ideas out on paper, and map out your first 10K month. And I can't wait to hear about how it goes for you guys. So, we just did a little bit of a recap on what you guys have already learned. So you know your product offering, you have a clear map of how you'll get it in front of the right clients. You've created a gorgeous on-brand central hub that's working for you. And you know where your community is, and you've started mapping out how you're actually going to get your products and your services ahead of them. So let's go ahead and make that plan. So if you're starting off with the active income products, you need to make sure that you know how many of your products do you need to sell each month to hit your income goal. So we're talking about mapping out a 10K month. So just say $5,000 of that is going to be your active income, and then $5,000 of that is going to be your passive income. So if you're selling a product or service that is $1,000, maybe you're a graphic designer or a social media manager, and you're selling a package that's $1,000, you know that you're going to need to sell it to 5 people in order to hit that income goal. And so in the second part of this training, you've looked at your conversion. So you know how many people it takes for you to actually sell a product. So do you need 100 people to have their eyes on your sales page? Do you need 200 people to have their eyes on your sales page? How many people do you need to get in front of that product for you to get that sale that you want, right? And once you know that, then all you have to do is make sure that you're funneling that traffic to that place from your community, from your social media following, maybe from Facebook ads, whatever it is. And that once you know your conversion rates, you know, okay, 1% or 2% or 3% of people who come across this page end up buying, or who I get on the phone end up buying, then you know how many calls you have to do. So if you know 1 out of every 5 people I get on the phone ends up purchasing my package, then you know, okay, I need to plan out my month and I need to make sure that I'm making time to get 25 people on a strategy call with me so that at least one of them is going to sign up to work with me. And you know, every single day, okay, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to be focusing on. I need to get the right people on the phone to sell them my products or to sell them my services. And guys, like, especially at the beginning, you're gonna have to hustle, you're gonna have to put the work in. And if you want to make those income goals, you need to be going out of your way to get in front of the right people and offering them those consultation calls, saying, look, get on a phone call with me. I have the experience. I know what I'm doing. I can really help you bring your business to the next level, bring your social media to the next level, or bring your graphics to the next level. So it's up to you. If you are very enthusiastic about your services and your products, so are the people on the other end of the call. So make sure that you know what your income goal is and how much of it is going to come from active and passive, and make sure that you are getting the right amount of people on the phone or on your email list or to the sales page, whatever you need. Make sure that you're hitting that number, and then everything else will fall into place. And pay attention too. So what we really want to do is be very weary of our time. You only have a very limited amount of time. So take a look at the things that are working the best for you. Take a look at the things that have the most impact and focus more on your time on the areas of your business that are the most impactful, and literally cut out the things that are not impactful for you anymore. And that way you will be making the most out of your time. You'll see the most impact, and you'll generate the most amount of sales for your business. And once you figure out what works, put it on repeat. So if you know that writing a certain type of blog post or doing a certain kind of Facebook post is great to get people on the phone to have those strategy calls with you, just put it on repeat and make sure that you're working on those daily sales tactics every single day, and you'll see that consistent traffic and that consistent income come in month after month. Now, if you're doing passive income, it's a little bit different because obviously you're not getting people on the phone to make that call. You are delivering traffic to your site onto a sales page, and when somebody is on that sales page, then they're making that purchase. You also might want to be putting them into your email list and into a sales funnel. And so as people are going through the sales funnel, you're getting the opportunity to build that relationship with them through a series of emails and also sell them on your products and services. So take a look at what you're already doing in your business, take account of what's working and what's not, and find out, ask yourself, how can I get my traffic sources to be more consistent? So do I need to work on my SEO? SEO is so important, and SEO for me brings me thousands of hits of traffic every single month. And since I've structured the SEO on my website properly, it's bringing me a lot of traffic, but I don't have to do anything anymore because I've put the work in initially to write amazing content. So now that traffic is coming to me month after month, no matter what I do. So what can you do to get your SEO working in your favor? If SEO is something that you're completely confused about, you definitely want to sign up for the Yes Supply Collective. We have a whole bunch of trainings in there on how to write your content properly on your blog and how to SEO your actual website so that you are getting the most bang for your buck. If you're going to spend the time writing the content, you might as well do it properly so that you're seeing the benefits of that traffic come to your site. The whole point of writing content essentially is to get people to your website, right? So make sure you're doing that correctly. If social media is where you're going to be getting traffic from, take a look at your social media and make sure you're spending your time on the right platforms, because believe me, some people think that one platform is the best way to get traffic, and you might actually find that there are other social media platforms that are way better to connect with your clients and way better to get those results that you're looking for, to hit that 10K month, to get those sales that you want, to have that loyal community. So sometimes a lot of people are putting all of their energy into Instagram, but you might find that YouTube is better, or Periscope is better, or Snapchat is better. So find out what is the right thing for you. How does your community connect to you? And make sure that you're focusing most of your time. And by measuring, by using your Google Analytics, by tracking, you can use the links like bit.ly that actually track your clicks. Or if you're on WordPress, you can use a link like Pretty Link that track how many clicks are coming from each platform. And what you can do is create a different link for each social media platform. So for Snapchat, for Periscope, for Instagram, for Facebook, and then you can see which platforms are bringing you in the most traffic, and then you know what you should be focusing on the most. If you want to see higher amounts of traffic, focusing on Facebook ads and Instagram ads can be a great way to just put your traffic on autopilot. Yes, of course, you're spending money for it, but if your conversion numbers are good and you know for every dollar you spend on Facebook ads, you can be making $3 back, then it's definitely worth it for you to invest in learning all about Facebook ads or learning all about Instagram ads and actually implementing them in your business. And you can also get a great amount of traffic from posting on other high traffic blogs and podcasts. So once you've built up your brand, you're going to start to find that a lot of people are interested in interviewing you. I get at least a couple emails every single week with people reaching out saying, "Hey Reese, like I'd love to interview you. I really love Yes Supply. I love what you're doing. I'd love to interview you," right? And so when you appear on other podcasts or blogs that have a high amount of traffic, you're instantly going to be getting a lot of traffic to your website too. And so what you want to do is when you're on these other blogs and podcasts, make sure that you have a way to send people back to your site. So if there's a specific blog that you've posted that you want everyone to see, make sure that you're mentioning that. If you have a special offer, make sure that you're mentioning that. Or if you're giving away maybe like a free training or a free guide, make sure that you're mentioning that and sending people back to that free guide or that free training or that blog post or whatever it is, so that you can see those traffic, and those people who were community members of the other platform are now in your own community. So make sure that when you're promoting on other blogs and podcasts, you're doing it strategically, and do your research, because if you're going to be spending a lot of time guest posting on other blogs or being interviewed for other blogs, do your research and make sure that it is going to have a good benefit for you, and that it's a blog that your values align to. So it's a blog that or website that you would be proud to be on. And also you do want to make sure that they have traffic on them, because if you're going to spend the time, for example, writing a guest post, you want to check to make sure that they have the amount of traffic that you'll actually see the traffic come back to your own website too, right? Because if, again, looking at what works and what doesn't, if you're posting on 100 different blogs but you're not seeing any traffic, it's not going to be worth it for you in the long run. So make sure that you're doing your homework and making sure that by posting on this other blog, you're getting the exposure that you want, whether it's traffic or maybe it's Instagram shoutouts, whatever it is. Make sure that you're getting your traffic sources consistent, and then making sure you're staying consistent with that every single month to send the traffic back to your site so you can see those passive income sales. Another great way to maintain your passive income is also by retaining your clients on subscription. So the Yes Supply Collective, for example, is a membership site. So once somebody signs up for the membership site, they log into the Yes Supply Collective and they see all the amazing content that I've created for them. They're part of the community. They get access to group coaching with me and advice, and then also they get exclusive access to ask questions before anyone else for our monthly masterclasses. So chances are when somebody signs up for the Yes Supply Collective membership, they're going to stay for a while, because there's so much amazing value in there, way more value than what they're actually paying. So when you have a great subscription service, so you could have an email subscription service where people sign up and you email them every day or you email them every month with great content, or a membership site so people can become a member and sign up, you're creating a way for you to have sustainable, consistent income every month, because you know, for the most part, when somebody signs up for your website, for your membership site, they're going to stay month after month. And it makes it a lot easier for you to calculate what your income is going to be month over month. You also might want to try this even if you are doing active income and you're working with clients, dealing with your clients on a month by month basis. So instead of just signing them up to work with you for 1 month, say, okay, the minimum that you can work with me is for 6 months. This can also work too if you're working with brands. So maybe if you're an affiliate marketer or you're a blogger or something like that, and you often post about products or services that you like, and you are doing brand sponsorships where you create a partnership with another brand, don't just say, hey, we can sign up for 1 month together. Try and get them on a contract of 3 to 6 months. And that way you can guarantee your income month after month. And so by doing this, by knowing, okay, how many people do I need to get to the top of my funnel? So the top of your sales funnel, so that's your social media, your marketing, your videos, whatever. How many people do I need to get up at that top of the funnel that will trickle down into my actual sales page and convert into a client? So if you know for every 500 people I make $100, then you need to multiply that out to create that income that you want. So going back to mapping out our first 10K of income, we know, okay, if our active income product is $1,000, we need to sell 5 of those. So we need to make sure that we're getting on enough sales calls to sell. If we have an online store, for example, making sure that we have enough traffic on our website or enough people on our email list so that whenever we have an offer, people are scooping that up. And we need to also take a look at what are the current things that we're doing for our marketing that are working, and making sure that we're doing these on a consistent basis so that we're seeing those consistent sales. In terms of passive income, again, if you know that you sell a passive income product that is $100, maybe it's a course that it's $100, I need to sell 50 every month. So map out your month. If you know you need to sell 50 a month, break that down into the 4 weeks of the month and figure out, okay, how many do we need to sell every single week? And then make sure that you're bringing enough traffic to your website and getting enough traffic to that sales page so that No matter what, if you get 100 people on the sales page, one person always buys. Make sure that you're multiplying that out and getting the right amount of traffic so that you're seeing those sales that you want. And that's exactly how you do it. So download the workbook because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to write this all down and actually see what you're putting into practice. But once you know what's working, then you just want to focus on doing your daily marketing activities that give you the best bang for your buck every single day. If you're feeling a little bit lost or confused about what you should be doing, definitely come hang out with us in our free Facebook group. Or if you're feeling right now that you need a little bit of additional help, so maybe you need somebody like me who's been doing this before, to answer your questions, to give you access to group coaching, to be in an even more engaged community of women, getting answers to the things that you need, and even more trainings on how to sell, how to have a sales conversation, how to drive traffic to your website, how to grow your Instagram following, how to grow your Pinterest following, and getting advice from mentors and female entrepreneurs who have done it before. You definitely want to sign up for the Yes Supply Collective. So the Yes Supply Collective has a ton of value. There are so many trainings that will literally lead you from, even if you don't have your perfect business idea, all the way to being able to quit your job and making enough income to make you happy. I get emails from women who have said, thank you so much. All the info in the Yes Supply Collective has helped me been able to quit my job and do what I love full time. I'm working half the amount of time, but I'm making double the income. And it's because once you apply yourself and you're able to stay motivated, really the sky's the limit for you. You can create any kind of wealth that you want. You can create any kind of lifestyle you want. And additionally, in the Yes Supply Collective too, you'll also get access to daily morning motivation. And this is so important because if you're not focused on your goals, no matter how much training you've had, no matter how many blog posts you've read, I'm sure a lot of you guys have done so much reading, so much research, trying to figure out what's the right step. But if you don't have the confidence and you don't have the right mindset, there's no way that any of this is going to work for you. So every morning when you're in the Yes Supply Collective, you'll also get access to a daily morning motivational email, and it's going to remind you to set your goal for the day so that you're staying focused. Practice positive self-talk. So instead of waking up in the morning and saying, oh my gosh, I hate my hair, I hate my clothes, whatever, you're being positive to yourself. And just by changing the way that you look at things, you change the way that your whole life pans out. Because instead of looking at your struggles and your obstacles, you instead look at the opportunities that you can create. You instead look at little spaces in your life that you didn't see before that you can actually use to create a business, to get more clients. And when you go into something just knowing that it's going to work out, that's how it works out. There's a really great quote that says, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. If you believe that you can do it, you can do it. But if you believe that you can't, you're going to stop before you even get started. And honestly, from my experience working with female entrepreneurs for now almost 2 years, I see that the majority of time, people don't fail because it was too hard, or they didn't have the money, or they didn't have the resources. Most people fail because they give up. They stop. They assume that it's too hard. They assume that it won't work out. But guess what? For the people who are willing to put in the work, who are willing to go after it, regardless of the circumstances, those are the people who make it work. And the people who give up make it really easy for the people who are willing to put the time in. I remember I recently interviewed Gala Darling. So she is the self-love guru. She's absolutely killing it. She has 50K followers on Instagram and just has amazing books and does public speaking. And she's just all around an amazing girl boss. And I remember asking her when I interviewed her, hey, when you first started this, did you know it was going to work out? And she laughed. Of course, nobody knows that it's going to work out when they first start. But what you have to do is go into the thing that you're passionate about and just do it anyway, and all the success will follow. So definitely, I hope to see you guys in the collective. But remember, you totally got this. So right now, guys, you've gone through the last. So now is the perfect time to get your workbook out or get your favorite notepad out, map out your products, map out how many of each you need to sell, and make it happen, guys. You can make it happen. It's simple math. If you're finding, okay, I have this $1,000 product, but if I sell 5 this month, I'm going to go absolutely nuts. That's way too much. Then that is a good sign that it's time for you to look at your value, look at the value you're providing your clients, and maybe it's time for you to up your prices. Whatever it is, guys, map it out, make it real, and you can totally do this. So now that was a lot of stuff. We talked about how to map out your continuity in your business so you can make that consistent income month over month. You know that you have to put the work in. It's not just going to fall into your lap, but if you're willing to put in the work up front, you're willing to look at, okay, what is working for me in my business and do more of that, then you can totally map out that first 10K month or hit those income goals that you want, and you can make it happen consistently. As you guys know, I love to see the impact you're making. I love to see you growing your businesses and making that consistent income, because it honestly makes me so happy to see someone take a passion or take a hobby they really love and turn it into their business. So I want to see how you're doing. So tweet me at Yes Supply. Take a picture of your workbook, take a picture of what you're working on, and tag me at Yes Supply and use the hashtag Yes5C so I can look through all of your amazing businesses and what you are creating in your life. I really want to know how day 5 of the challenge is going for you. Now, I hinted at this a little bit, but I haven't got too much into it. But there is going to be a bonus that you're going to receive information on about tomorrow. So check your inbox. And if you are liking all the stuff that's helping you become a boss, you're going to get something in your inbox tomorrow that's going to show you how to really become a boss. So the thing about being a boss of a corporation is you're not doing everything at once. If you think about that favorite company that you love, that huge company, you might know of the girl who runs it, but she isn't doing every single thing in that company. So you think about your favorite makeup company. There's no way that she's selling the products on the sales floor, making the products, running the e-commerce, building the website, doing the customer service, doing the social media. No. A real boss knows how to delegate. So if you want to get access to the bonus lesson on delegation, check your inbox tomorrow. This is going to be a very special, exclusive lesson, and it's only really going to go to the girls who are willing to put the work in and prove that they're bosses and prove that they are willing to work hard for your business. But believe me, the information that I'm going to share in this next lesson, all about leadership, all about being a boss, is totally worth the work. So check your inboxes. And if you're looking to not just build a regular business, but build an empire, which means that you have employees working under you, then you definitely are going to want this course on delegation. So guys, thank you so much for spending the last 5 lessons with me. I hope you have a ton of notes. I hope you have really secured down what your active income products are going to be in your business, what your passive income products are going to be in your business. I want to hear all about it. So make sure you're tagging me at Guest Supply on all the social media platforms, because I want to see you guys absolutely kill it. And remember, no matter what you're working on in life, even if things get hard, even if obstacles are coming up or people are telling you no, remember, only take yes for an answer. This is Reese from Yes Supply, and I will see you guys soon.